everyone, I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? It's your host, Chris Holmes, and of course, it's going to be the third podcast. I'm starting off with street topics, different from the other ones. And today I have my lovely special guest by the name of
Miss Amber Fannin.
Hey, put the missus on it.
It's on.
Respect.
Business.
Nice. So, before we dive into the topic at hand, tell the audience quickly a little bit about yourself, so they can see who's about to break the mic.
Oh, Lord. Hi, I'm Amber Fannin. I am a local activist here in Houston, Texas. I actually ran for office the last election cycle, but I will be running again. Tune in for when. But outside of that, I love politics. I love giving back to my community, and I love helping out the next man or woman. So if you need any help with your business or anything, let me know. I like to plug things in for people. So that part.
And trust me, from personal experience, she is well spoken, and she will let you.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Awesome. So I want to hit on this topic that I feel like that's been going on for years. Let's hit on the double standards in America today. Ooh, it's going to probably be a little heavy. But, this was all about handling the elephant in the room. It's midget. So what is, let's say, the top three when it comes to double standards that come in your mind? Go. And then we're going to go deeper into it.
I would say top three will be embracing sexuality or sexualness.
Okay.
One. Professionalism.
Okay.
And then the thin line between assertive and angry.
Nice.
I think those three are my top three.
Cool. I feel like I'm going to pull out my notepad for this one. So let me go
Look,
ahead.
I got mine ready to go. It's
Look,
here.
Mine was just arm's reach, so I had to grab it real quick with this arm, So let's go ahead and start with. I think it's gonna be a fun kind of like getting people into it. The professionalism. Of course, when it comes to professionalism, especially image, is the first thing that most people see, or also the way that you, let's say, approach certain things or carry yourself. So when it comes to, of course, the first impression of seeing someone, what is the double standards that come like from the dress code and things like that? Go.
Men don't have to try as hard when it comes to dressing. It does. You really don't. Now, granted, I would say the double standard in pricing and clothing, because men do pay a lot more in clothes than women do. We can go to the mall and find a $10 outfit and it looks spectacular. But most men can't do that. So I would say for professionalism, dressing in professional light, it's really a double standard. Like, women have to do so much to be considered professional when it comes to our clothing. Like, it can't be too much of a plunge of a neckline if you're a fuller chested individual. If you have some hips, you can't wear the bondage dresses as spandex because it looks provocative.
So I got something to that real quick and that's a very good point, but I want to add on value to that real quick to give you more fuel, is because it's funny how you said that, and then professionalism, like, you got to be more conservative. But when you look at the actual market, they advertise it heavily. So go ahead.
That's the gag. I cannot stand that. But that's the double standard. I think also when it comes to leadership roles in professional world, men are normally the ones in leadership roles, whereas they always have like the president of a company may be a male, but the vice president will probably be female. It's always that underlining of a female backing that man, but she never really gets the forefront. It's like very rare that she's like, I'm the president, not the VP. My VP's male. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't get the support system the same way.
And I understand that. That reminds me, it's like the glass. I think you have both glass ceiling and glass walls when it comes down to like different career paths.
Right, right. I think it sucks that women have to do 10 times the work and get less recognition for it, where a man does half the work and gets the, job well done, pats on the back, let's go for drinks. You feel me? Like it's a little, yeah, it's a little frustrating, lack of better words. Like in my situation, I have a superior manager who doesn't have a degree, and he makes more than I do, and I have 3 degrees. So it's just kind of like, and we've been with the system the same amount of time. Maybe he's a year more than I am in my job field.
Accolades and of course things that show that you can perform a lot better, which is
Right. And so it's just kind of like, how is he manager? Like, how is this working? But the bare minimum for him is spectacular versus what I'm doing. Because I feel like my assistant manager should be manager, and it's female. She's the bomb.com, and she does her job from the get-go, and he's kind of like, la-di-da-di-da.
Oh, that's so much of a headache. It's kind of like a little side story. Kind of reminds me like my first job in McDonald's, when you had a person in a manager position, and you were like, how the heck, like, who?
Like, how did you get
Like,
this
this? Like, I was just training you. Like, wait a minute, hold up, player. Like,
how? Make it make sense. But yeah, that's pretty much for the professional aspect of it. There's a lot more, but I would rather not get on my soapbox about it, because this podcast will probably easily be 3 hours off of that topic alone.
Well, we have time, so if you want to go a little bit deeper, just a little bit, and then I'll switch it, like kind of turn a little curve a little bit, we can, because I feel like there's a lot more in there, because the audience needs to hear, because this is topics that there's an elephant in the room and it needs to be heard. So you just go freely.
I think Sex and the City kind of like touched on it with Miranda, which is actually one of my favorite characters from the show, Sex and the City. She kind of reminds me of me. I'm like a hard-working, go-getter, like workaholic. It's really bad. But I have the ambition. I have the, I'm in sort of like a male. I have a lot of male energy, like Miranda did. And she was in a law firm full of men. She was the only woman in this law firm that actually was an active attorney. And her boss was just like not giving sis any play. Like, she had the highest win rate in her law firm. She had more clients than anybody that was there in the firm. And he would ignore her ideas, but take the same idea from a man. You know what I'm saying? And it was a problem with that. She would literally be like giving a suggestion, and he would do what were you saying, Rick? And I'm like,
oh. You had to go on the camera, and you're like, wait a minute.
Like, hold on, sis. Tap, tap, tap. This ain't it. Like, no. I would have humbly grabbed my binders and be like, I'll see you guys when I deliver my 2 weeks notice. Thank you. Because you have people in the workforce that do that. Oh, she being dramatic. That's not even that serious. She's, how women are. They're emotional. Like that, they play off of that. Oh, it's not, she's being sensitive.
Okay.
Oh, it was just a joke. It's not harmful. It was just a joke.
So I'm gonna add one little, but I'm about to turn, because I know this is gonna really ignite the flame. I'm about to probably do part 2 with you later on. But and this is me being completely transparent. I know you probably hear this a lot of times when it comes to different positions. They say, and I hate to say it myself because I don't even like how it comes out of my mouth, is like, I don't want to put her in that position because I feel like she may make more of the emotional decision. And I know for a lot of women, that's like, what the heck? Okay, I'll be blunt. What the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I need you to elaborate on that comment before we go any further. Why?
You good?
Yes. So scared me off camera. I'm sorry. I was like,
you good? Hey, that's what, like, street talk. It's straight raw.
Like, look, spirits, can you calm down for a second? We got company. Idiot.
They saying, go, girl.
I guess that's what that was. I don't know. But yeah, no. I think that's the hugest issue for me as well, as far as, especially when a woman is speaking in a professional environment. Especially if the female is actually the authoritarian. She's always viewed as, oh, she's a bitch. She's a hard ass. Like, You know,
Mm-hmm.
if it was a man who said it, oh, he's assertive. He means what he says. He stands by his word. If I said, oh my gosh, she's so rude. Oh my gosh, she's so mean. She's aggressive. Like, oh, she's such an angry Black woman. Like,
Okay, so since we're on to that now, we kind of like dive into another topic that we kind of set the stage for. Go a little bit further into that because it is interesting. Let's say if I act a certain way, is received differently than it would from somebody else. So go a little bit further.
I just think that's. I think it's a race thing as well. Because think about it. When you hear "I'm a strong woman," it's always "I'm a strong Black woman."
With an
It's like
attitude. Yeah.
we're defined by our strength because we can take so much. And like society has been groomed to take that. Like, okay, we can do whatever we want with this individual, with her, because by nature she can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like by nature she's able to take that on, that pain and that burden, and still be successful. And people lean on that crutch, and I think that's because you have some Black women who don't stand up to that criteria. You know, you have an alpha female, you have a beta female sometimes.
And I'm glad you brought that up because it forces an individual to be thrown into a box, which they can be completely not that person at all. But because society says, okay, I know you're unique in your own kind of way, but I think you fit more in this box. Like, what the hell you mean you don't put me in this kind of damn box?
Exactly. That's so sad. It's sad. It's sad that we have to put people in boxes and have labels to be, you know, successful in life. But the one label that I think across the board, Black women as a whole can't stick, you know, shake is the strong Black woman mentality. And that's, to me, that's toxic. Even for like Black men, like the strong Black man complex, I think that's toxic as well. Because you have some men who can't do some of those things. Some men can't rise to those occasions, and you know, I'm here. I'm manly man. Like,
Wait a minute.
Some men who are born in tune to their feminine energy. Let them be in tune to it. Like that. I think that's a stigma for both ends, and that's a double-edged sword for everybody. I think our race as a whole is stigma to strength. Like, we're strong, we can handle it. Like, regardless of the fact of what's going on, we got it. And that's not always the case. We are human at the end of the day. We have a breaking point mentally, emotionally, and physically that we have to acknowledge. And that falls into the double standard for both men and women in our community.
And I think that
it sucks.
Yeah, it does. And I think that applies to so many different things as well. But what I'm trying to see how to put this is not only does it put someone in a box, but it's like, oh man, it's like it's indirectly programming you to be a certain way or a person that you're not even really are, just to be accepted, to be like considered as right or wrong. Kind of like in the professional world where, you know, I know you want to do this certain way, but to be professional, you have to do it this way. Does that make sense? So same thing, we label it as a strong Black man or a strong Black woman. All right, so I feel like as soon as you attach the word, let's see, are you still there? To see a video. All right, cool.
Yes, you know how was T-Mobile can get. I had to hook up the Wi-Fi to make sure nothing happened.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think as soon as you say or attach Black man, Black woman, it kind of forces the person into a box already.
Yeah.
Without them just being, you know, just like Chris or just Amber, you know, just be yourself.
Right. And sometimes even with, and I will say with women, I wouldn't say with men, and especially Black women, when people confuse passion for aggression, and it's not the same thing. Like, I'm a passionate individual, as you can tell. Anything that I'm speaking about that means something to me, I breathe life into my words. I tell people this all the time. It's not me being aggressive. It's me being passionate about what I'm speaking about. Now, there's a difference between passion and aggression when it comes to me. It's a complete day and night for me. You will know when I'm upset. You will know when I'm being passionate. There's a difference. But nevertheless, every female that I know that is a passionate individual, whenever she speaks, or she has this no prisoners mentality, either you gonna step up correctly or step the fuck off mentality, like how I have, if you're viewed as being aggressive. And sometimes if I was a guy, it wouldn't be that. He'll be like, oh, he's that nigga that you don't play that game with. Like,
Okay,
you take their business without.
don't you have some moments where you be like, if I only was a guy for this brief moment, I would definitely show you something real quick.
I've definitely had my love and basketball moments where if I was a guy, they wouldn't tell me to be so nice and a lady. Be nice and wear a dress, sit like this, talk like this. I lived that. So I was a tomboy pageant girl. Trust me, it was a struggle. I went through the whole
The battle.
And that's where the double standards came from. Like, oh my God, she's so pretty, but she's so aggressive. It's like, why do I have to be viewed aggressive? Why can't I be passionate like my male counterpart?
Awesome. So all great values. Well, great discussions that we can go on for days, segments, and all that and much more. She's like, you just don't know. So I want to hit on the other one too. I think it was like sexual liberation. Was it that?
Sexualness. I don't know how to even put it. Like, I'm weird with that one. I don't even know what.
Okay, let's make it simple. Sex.
Sex. Okay.
There we go. Trying to use.
Let's talk about let's talk about that because the double standard when it comes to sex is disgusting. Like,
you got the mic.
I don't even want to use the WAP situation because everybody's been talking about it. But
It's
trending. Since it's trending, I think that would be no. We're gonna go there. Okay, we'll go there.
We can use it a little bit, but at the same time, still use your own viewpoint when it comes down to it.
I definitely think when it comes. Well, I don't definitely think. I know for a fact that there's a double standard when it comes to sex.
You had a
like, I was having this conversation with another guy, and he was like, if you had a shirt on with no bra on and I can just see your nipples through your shirt, do you honestly think I'm paying attention to your conversation? And I looked at him and I was like, dude, if you had a shirt on that was white and it was wet and your nipples was poking through the shirt, I wouldn't be staring at your pecs, dude. I'll be looking in your eye, talking to you like a man because you're a man at the end of the day. Like, my body as a female, what people fail to realize, women's body is objectified. It's not even like it's overly sexualized. It's objectified. It's used as a sexual object versus it being human body flesh for what it is. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, in society, it's not complete nudity of the female top if you didn't see nipple, right? Why isn't that the same stigma for a man? Like, if a man running down Westheimer, working out, shirtless, I'm not gonna look at the nips on that guy. Like, what?
That guy.
Look at the pecs on that one. Like, what? Like, who does that? We don't do that. Granted, you might have some women that's their thing. I mean, not knocking you, ladies, but we're not the ones doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have on booty shorts with a little cheek falling out and I have some cleavage, that doesn't mean I'm inviting you to have sex. That's like the thought fit for men. If you're going to the store in gray sweatpants with no drawers and a white shirt and some slides looking like a thought, like, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah,
like, it's ridiculous.
It's like as soon as if I walk in and be like, all right, no, look, I mean, I don't help you out the condoms over there. Your birth control, I already know what you're about to do. So yeah.
You're looking like a slut, okay? I guarantee you every woman that's listening to this is going to be like, yep, my man cannot leave this house without no drawers on and basketball shorts or gray sweatpants because you look like a thought. It's the same thing with us. Like, the post that keeps going around, would you let your girl go out with this on? What? Let her go out with that?
Let.
That you got me with the let. Let's start there. Like, what do you mean let? But it kills me. Like, men would say, oh, you need to be submissive and you need to be a mystery and you need to be modest and you need to be poised and ladylike. Then turn around and like, I want her to be tearfully written in the face by gagging on my dick and balls. Like, how do we find a medium? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's so poetic. It's just like, I want you to be. I
definitely wasn't expecting
in the back of my throat. Like, what?
The poetry in that, even though it was wrong. Oh my goodness.
Like, how do you go from I want this elegant flower to I want a freak, goddammit? Like, how do you go from that? And then do you expect the woman to just have this in her repertoire? Oh, you want Nicki Minaj? Let me change the wig real quick. Like, what? No. Like, pick a lane and stay in it, okay? If you want your woman to be let women be into their sexualness, okay? Because all this shit that men be talking about in the rap songs, like, oh, I want to freak every day of the week. You know, we have to learn these freak tactics somehow, you know? And it's not like God just imprint this in our brain like freak nasty. There
You know
go.
what? That is very sad. This is interesting overall because like the music and all that, I want to freak and all that much more. It can go same vice versa for the guys. You know, let's be completely honest. You know, you have women out there that want a man that's like super real good in bed and things like that. And let's say you have a perfectly nice guy that would love to do that, but he has completely no experience. How's he gonna learn?
If you have a mature woman in your life, she's willing to teach you. You know, that's where it comes into that freak nasty mentality, right? But you can't get that if you got the modest bitches talking about, oh no.
Hold on, you gotta do the tear. Remember the Denzel tear.
The one tear, like, no, I'm modest. And granted, I'm not knocking the women that are modest, okay? I can be very conservative when it comes to sex, just like most women are. However, when, like I said this earlier to someone else, when it comes to education, I can be as raw as Nicki Minaj, Lil' Kim, and all of them. You feel me? But that's for knowledge aspect. Some women, they live in their sexiness. Bravo to them. I wish I could put on a leotard, fishnets, and some thigh-high boots and go to the store.
You will become the internet hot topic real quick. Like, did you just
Lord,
see? The guy's gonna be like, wait a minute. They're gonna be like, hey, bro, what, man? Did I just? Nah, it's gonna be that, bro.
FaceTime Live, like Facebook Live, World Star. But I just think it sucks that women cannot live in our sexualness while men can sling their dick like it's going out of style and they get no recognition for it. Like, they get nobody bites an eyelash about a man talking about, oh, I done fucked 8 bitches a day.
You know what? That's
Let a female do that. We're hoes.
And hey, there's nothing new under the sun. And that's crazy because it's a very double-edged sword because, like, of course, if I get a lot of women, I'm praised. But as for you, it's flipped around. But let's be honest. I mean, street topics, women like to have fun, too. Especially when they're like...
I mean, I put it like this. I'm mad at her for fucking 8 niggas in a day. I mean, technically, women, we have an ultimate number of times we can orgasm in a session. So... if you didn't cut it, somebody else had to cut it. If he didn't cut it, somebody else had to. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I need to get mine too. Y'all are getting yours. It's not my fault. You can only go one round and then have to reboot. It's not my fault. That's a double-edged sword.
Hey, it is what it is. But here's something that's going to really tie all this, especially this topic right here. And when it comes down to sex is, oh my goodness, it's a Sunday too. Religion. I don't think.
God knows our heart.
But there's way too many people out there that I'm not gonna lie, it irks my nerves. Like, people like, I don't think that's such of a Christian woman or a Christian man, a holy and yada yada much more. And let me go ahead and say this right now. I respect everybody's right to practice whatever that they want to, but at the end of the day, do not shove it down my throat. That's when we have a problem. Or better yet, use your perspective. And here's what a lot of people get mixed up. They use their perspective or how their upbringings brought them up to decide if a person's right or wrong. Who made you the ultimate judge to decide that person's right or wrong when you all have your own flaws? Just like
Agree. Right? That's them holier than I'm sorry. We could have a whole nother segment about holier than thou individuals, because baby,
you were feeling it in your soul. You like, baby.
My spirit said, girl, don't go there, not today, sis. Sips tea. We're gonna do that another day. But
they wasn't ready. No, they're not ready.
I mean, for me, the double standard can go so far as sexuality, where it's gay, straight. But I'm gonna tap on that just a little bit. It kills me because it happens on my timeline a lot, but it kills me the reformed hoes. You know, the pick-me's. The pick-me's. The reformed hoes turn into the pick-me's, and they say whatever, they agree with whatever man have to say about whatever women are doing wrong. Like, I need a female that could cook, clean, keep a pussy clean and tight, and have 5 kids, and have a degree, while they don't have shit to offer at all. And you got the pygmies in the corner, and like, I got all that and then some.
Drops mic.
Girl, like, I have one of my followers, and I'm going to speak on it because I'm not going to say her name, Lord Jesus, that I grew up with. You know, it's the worst ones when you grow up with them.
Ooh.
And she's like all up in her panties all up in a bundle because of WAP. And I'm like, and she's like, this is so disgusting. This is degrading to women. Like, how can you talk about fucking your husband or having sex with your husband so publicly when it's supposed to be private? And I'm just like, but ain't you a swinger though?
Oh.
Like, let's even go further. Like, weren't you the same one giving head in church? But you want to talk about how WAP is like degrading?
Hold on. This is what's going to throw her at. Well, I was saved on Sunday. Okay. But I guarantee you within the next 12 hours, you're going to probably go back to what you were trying to do.
Just stop going to church. Stop playing with God like that. I'm gonna end it like that. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. But yes, it's the ones that's like the reformed hoes and the pick-me's that kill me with the double standards. Is because like men, and I'm not gonna say that we don't have pick-me men either. Pick-me is gender fluid. Okay, it can go men, female, cat, dog, guinea pig, whatever. The pick-me's are real, and they add fuel to the double standard. Like, again. Stop teaching men, young men, stop teaching boys to go out here and fucking anything with legs, and then teaching girls to keep their legs closed and have sex until they're married. Not to have sex until they're married.
And
like,
then you wonder why the girl is like, oh my goodness. And you know what? That's a lot of times, I'm just going to be completely honest, where you have the holy, I know I'm running some shoulders of some Christian folk. That's why a lot of times you have the holy young girl that hadn't done anything, but by the time she hits college and has freedom, whoa.
I wouldn't even give it to college. I mean, I grew up and seen these girls while out in middle and high school.
Because they didn't have
no PKs. These are preachers' kids. You feel me? Like, or the holier than thou Bible thumping. I'll never do anything wrong in elementary school and middle school. Got to high school and was turned out. Okay, before she even got to college. And now I think she's actually, I don't even want to put her business out there, but she's actually a really famous stripper now. So like, sis got recognition. Like, sis gets paid. Okay, I give her that.
Hey,
kudos to that.
Let's end it off with it, because this whole thing is entertaining about you. I'm not gonna lie, but it's the topics that people don't want to address, but heck, I'm bringing it out. You have now women. You know how society wants to degrade the strippers, but they're getting highly paid for what men want and fantasize about. Hit it.
There goes that double standard, because I don't think male dancers get as much as women dancers do. And there's a double standard within that. But at the same time, we were talking about, me and a couple of people were talking about this not too long ago, about the double standard when it comes to sex work. Because I'm going to be honest, strippers, prostitutes, you know, masseuses, that's sex work. And I don't care what anybody, that's a job, okay? That's a freaking job. Fans only fans, whatever the heck that paid, that's a job. Like putting content on Pornhub and all that, that's a job. And coming from the, you know, BDSM community, that's a job. That's a job. That you can get hired and fired. It's a job. So I need people to give that type of respect, so that way society will not be so judgmental when it comes to strippers as a whole. Like, it's a Sunday ritual in this house. We watch Players Club every Sunday. It will be put on after this interview. But Players Club, let's talk about Players Club. People down, like the scene with Diamond when she was in line getting her cap and gown. They degraded the shit out of her because she did what she had to do to get through school. And there's a lot of dancers who are like that, you know, hey, I'm just trying to make ends meet. This is the easiest work.
And I'm not going to lie, like, you know, as I travel about, I have met a stripper who exited out there but was going to college. And she got herself set. She was done. She had to do what she had to do. That can also be flipped around on, and I'm being completely transparent because you got that street topics. What about the guys? Hey, look, there is women. Look, hold on, let me get into the camera real quick because people gonna be like, "Oh, there's no way." No. There is women out there that do pay guys for sex too.
They do. They do. They're actually more frequent. Well, I mean, they don't get broadcasted like men
Exactly.
do, but again, that's almost like the double standard when it comes to domestic violence, men and female. Like they will say, "Oh, it doesn't happen as much as men because it's not reported." I mean, like how many people do you know is gonna go to a police station and report their woman beating the dog shit out of them?
Yeah,
And somebody take it seriously.
They're gonna be like, "Bro, you say what now?" They gonna have my
Exactly. They're gonna be like, she did what?
You'll be like, "Bro,
That's
come on."
a double standard.
Yeah.
It's a shitty double standard, but at the same time, it happens, right? Like gigolos, like the American Gigolo. Did we just have a movie? Not just, but it's a movie about that. Like the male gigolo, Deuce Bigelow, the male gigolo. That's a real thing. Like you have men who are out here who are escorts and like partners, selective partners and stuff like that, but they don't get any ridicule. Like I know for a fact there was a guy that was getting talked about really badly because he had a OnlyFans page and he was making bank. Okay, like he was making $9,000 a week. You feel me? Yeah, $9,000 a week in content. That homie was making bank, and so men was like talking shit about it. And
no,
like, yeah, I have gay content. Like I have gay customers, like people who are gay men, but it's not me interacting with them. They just pay for my videos. Like it's not like I'm a video girl and I click on it and I do like a live thing. He was like, it's already pre-recorded content. They pay for it. They see it. I get paid for it. And he got dogged for it. Oh, nigga, you gay. And y'all just mad because what I really want to say is the main people who's upset about
look,
this
it's street topics. Look, this is meant to be raw. Say what the heck you.
I feel like the men who are having such an issue with this man and his OnlyFans page just mad because they dick don't touch their belly button when it's hard. So I just feel like they just upset. Like, why are y'all mad about what this man does with it? And why are other men policing other people's body? I don't really see women doing this as much with women unless it's the pick-me's. But I'm tired of the bashing of women in their bodies, like being in tune with them, and men being in tune with their bodies and not getting any type of ridicule, unless it's feminine and it's deemed gay. Like if a man gets some wax and pour it on his chest, nigga, that's gay.
Or like this is what I start doing now. Like for the longest, I have a lot of guys that be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get the regular the mani panty." Not talking about putting colors and stuff on yourself, just to take care of your hand and body. You know, some that's gay. So taking care of myself and doing regular hygiene. you're hot.
Boy, that comes with the circulation to your feet. Thank you very much, and you better hope you don't become a diabetic because they're gonna make you get pedicures. And that's the only reason why I know that, because my mom's diabetic. And they were like, yeah, you got to stick up with your pedicures and stuff because it helps with circulation to your feet and all that stuff. And, that's the first limb that's ready to go when you're a diabetic. So get your feet done, man. And honestly, we don't want you clawing up our sheets, dude. Get them done, dog. Get them done. It's not gay. Just do it. Like, and even if you get your eyebrows done, do that shit. Okay? We like grooming. Manscaped. Besides down there, everywhere. Manscaped. It's cool. It's all right. We don't think you're gay. It's not a female thing to not want to have a wild kingdom on your body. It's just, and if you in Texas, it's hot as fuck anyway. Cut that shit out.
On that, I think we have enough valuable and entertainment to go on for days. If this thing goes, I can see if this thing really caught on the memes is gonna go for like, like hold on. She said what? He said what?
I'm just saying. He said be raw, so this is it. I don't know.
Hey, that's look, people.
Wrong person to do this with.
That's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear the no. Tell me the real shit. Straight up.
Yeah, no. I give you a little bit of both.
Cool. So we're gonna wrap this up for the first. Well, I'm not gonna say first. Bringing back up street topics. We're gonna put on these damn platforms and make the voice of the people be heard. It's your host Chris Holmes and have my lovely guest by the name of
Amber Fannin.
Awesome. Make sure to subscribe, share, comment, and keep the voice alive. Cause street topics, your voice does matter. Peace.